Hey everyone, I'm going to be showing a version of the Avalanche strategy that involves no spears, or at least making spear teams a lot later. Pretty much the issue we were seeing with the original Avalanche is that the Chaos player just spams dead. Now dead spam is pretty strong just in general. I mean, there's only 9 units in the game anyways, so what are you really going to do? But um, the sword archer can deal with them quite a bit better. So let me not capture center. So you go up to 6 miners, get that castle archer, and then you want that 7th miner to go to gold. This is its 7th one. And then the next 3 will go to mine. Now, sometimes Chaos can get a bomber rush before this hustle completes, but you can send the sword to center when the bombers are going in. It makes it a little annoying for Chaos. So this is the 3rd miner, and then we'll just have one more miner. This guy will go to gold. So get hustle. Maybe don't do it like that, but put the ones on mana on gold. Now we have 11 on gold. Make sure to scout with your sword. You don't want to lose the sword for sure, but keep looking around. Notice how I'm just making mining right now. I want to keep this constantly producing. Now I have 13 miners, 14 miners. I should be fine enough to keep it producing. So I'm still doing it. But now I'm starting to add on some This seems like a lot of miners, so now I'm going to stop. I think I'm stopping at 16. Then you can go ahead and put 2 on mono. Only now, once you've made all the miners, then you put on mono. Not before. I see a lot of people very eager to put their miners on mono. So yeah, this army is pretty good against devs. 4 swords, 1 archer, some like random dev comes with poison guts. It's just like a free win at that point. At this point, okay, I might have gone too many miners and also didn't put on lava fast enough. But you want to get some swords, some archers. Oh, let me pause for a second. I'm a little distracted. I think I messed up the miners a bit, but anyway, the the goal of the strategy is to get a very high archer count. And because that's usually the win condition for order. You could also go giants from here. You'll notice I have like a lot of income. Um, this is a bit early to go for giants, but what is nice about the swords is that it's a very scary force. Chaos, it's hard for chaos to attack into this. So it buys you a minute or two before chaos gets enough jugs, before they get marrows, medusas, like AoE spells. So that gives you time to build up whatever your win condition is going to be. If you want to go ninja mage, you can do that. If you want to go giants, that's fine. If you want to go mass archer, which is what I would recommend, that's fine as well. Now sometimes you can also push if they're like pretty weak, they got like 6 caps, you can go ahead and push. And then you can go up to 4 on mana. You start putting more on mana as you see fit. And yeah, make sure always keep that archer, the archer produced. And yeah, that's pretty much the strategy. You get fire arrows. You don't want too many swords, so at this point, Make sure to always keep the archers. But once I get the extra money, I can build a spear, get shield wall, and then you just go into a normal strategy from here. The swords are really just for that initial defense when you're like getting a ton of miners, and they come with like some random death. You want to be able to punish that, and you want to be able to contest center a little bit with the sword archer. From here, you can get ninjas, you can get, yeah, like I said, you can just do whatever. The whole point is to deal with these like early dead attacks better. It also deals with wings really well. So against wings, you just target fire them. Click up here with your archers. It's not super easy, but it's possible. And the swords will shred jugs. So don't be afraid to have your swords fight, and you're like moving your archers in. And you like grab the top ones, bring them down, so that the swords are tanking from the wing shots. Yeah, something like that should work. Thanks for watching.